YouTube? It's
Brittany,
Isha,
Fuchsia,
and you're watching Brown Skin Sisters.
Alright, today we're going to be reacting to women shouldn't be allowed to vote or have birth control.
If this was Pearl's World, I'd get rid of birth control. I'd ban it, but that'll never happen. I think that's the root of all evil. And I'd actually go for the root of all evil.
The root of all evil. That's what she said. Okay, my girl.
Say it. I don't think women should vote. Huh? I don't think women should vote.
She do realize that it's taking a vote away from her too, right? I think she's just saying stuff.
I got a solution.
Maybe she's doing it for the clout.
I think she is too.
I got a
can't
solution
take her
to that.
serious.
Like, she's laughing about it and making jokes, so I don't really think she finds it serious. She's just saying stuff just
I'm
to
going to
get out
give you
there.
a nickname since I don't know your real name, Becky Ann. Listen, since you're so against voting and birth control, there's this new thing out there that's called Don't Fucking Take It. You don't want it. Oh, there's another new thing out there that's called How About You Give Up Your Vote to Another Woman Who Wants to Utilize It and Shut the Fuck Up.
She's really going against herself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have
You're
no
a woman.
I don't really
Anything
think
that happens
that's
to
what
other
pisses me
women,
off.
it's going to happen to you.
Right.
You think that they'll stop there? No, they're going to keep stopping shit. And before you know it, all the things that you thought were okay that they should have, they ain't going to have no more.
Right.
And then you're going to be on the other side talking about, so, how did we get here? Because you're a woman and you're saying this stuff.
I don't understand these women and all these people, especially when it comes to the Roe versus Wade stuff, and you passing the law down talking about that it's murdering, you killing a life and stuff like that. But when it comes to you being in a situation like this and something bad happens to you and you end up pregnant, don't you wish you would have had that option to whether you wanted to keep it or not?
So basically, they don't want women to do anything.
Right. Like, come on.
It's not about choice. It's not about the greater good for them. It's about control. Their goal is to control other people's choices.
You know, it's not enough that you have your own choices and whatever your opinion is about yourself. You don't want to have a kid, okay, that's fine. You don't want to, maybe you do want to have a kid. You know, you end up pregnant, you want to keep the kid. That's your choice, but you can't take away everybody else's choice. You know,
women shouldn't be able to vote.
Right. See that the bullshit y'all be spouting? I can't.
And then in this moment,
You're
we realized
woman,
she was a Becky. She is classified as a Becky.
You're a woman. Anything that happens to us, it happens to you too.
That's just what makes it more sad. Is this is a woman saying this stuff? It's not a man. It's a woman.
Right. We wouldn't be surprised if it was a dude, but oh no, it's a chick. Even worse.
Lord Jesus, keep on going.
Yeah, that's
No
it.
women, you can't vote. No birth control. Keep it going.
No, because it's always freedom without
We
restriction.
got a brother here interviewing. Come on, y'all. What?
She ain't doing nothing but saying, she ain't doing nothing but repeating stuff. She heard males say it, now she's a woman saying it. That's literally all she's doing. That's why they on her side. If you look at her YouTube channel, literally her whole channel is probably based on male watching her.
Yeah.
Because she is only going after that male audience so they can all come to her and be like, yeah, you right. Speak on it. That's literally all she doing. It's basically the same thing as if a man was doing it. Like when you think of Derek Jackson and how he was always making videos centered around women and how men cheat on women and how women
he's the
need to
one
learn.
doing it at home. Like, what? Of course you know so much information because you're doing stuff behind closed doors.
I get it.
What?
Girl, anyways.
Pearly
But
said it herself.
I'll tell you why, though. I'll tell you why. Because there's freedom without responsibility.
I love
And before women, like I believe in consequences for your decision. So the men know if they vote someone batshit crazy into power, you guys get drafted. We don't. Women decide elections. We're 55% of the population. I think if we want to vote, equally draft us. Y'all want equality. And personally, I don't want to get drafted, so I'll be in the kitchen.
Because that makes sense, though. Because you just contradicted yourself. You said, yeah, y'all want to do this, and y'all should be out going to war. But no, I'm going to stay at home. Ma'am, if you get drafted, you get drafted. What? Like, what?
No, let's stick with the we choose to go to war. I don't choose to go to war. So let's not do that draft shit. I'm not doing that.
Girl,
no.
shut up. Now you talking about you want to be in the kitchen? No. You just talk about equal rights. And that women should be able to go out there and fight wars. They get drafted. That will be happening to you. You can't just make a choice and be like, I'm going to be at home cooking. What?
Yeah, that is their choice. They choose to be drafted, you know? They have the option of where they want to go.
Well, take a nap. She's stupid.
Go sit in the corner, baby. Go sit in the corner.
Wait, hold on. I thought she was crazy. I think she has a point. Go ahead.
She's talking about equality.
Sure.
That's just what the birth control thing. Hey, yo. But I understand where she's coming from with the drafting thing.
2 hours later.
No, it's not because they don't. It's not because they vote and they don't get drafted that they don't suffer the consequences of not being what. Nah. So yeah, no, I got nothing. I really tried.
Why don't you just say women should get drafted? This whole idea of like you shouldn't get voted to get drafted.
No.
First off, when's the last time a draft happened? Been what, 30, 40, 50 years? Okay, that's one. Two, you act like when people get elected to be politicians, they don't enact laws that negatively impact strictly women. What, you think a birth control ban wouldn't affect women primarily?
No, it's just men.
What do you think, an abortion ban doesn't affect women primarily? Right? There are plenty of laws that a crazy batshit politician come in and enact that would primarily only affect women. But you just pulled up drafts, which is like something that rarely, if ever, happens. And then you're just using that to say they should lose their right to vote. And the birth control thing was so crazy to me. It's like, argument for the birth control, I guess, is because of birth control, women can now be more selective, and so it's worse for society. So they want to remove your ability to choose. And here's a problem, okay? This girl's a really popular red pill creator, and people sent me this link because the dude in the interview was acting retarded. And to be fair, in the interview, she was waking a lot more.
So what I do, I want to do birth control just in case so I won't get pregnant. But no, you try to take that away from me too. So, I mean, there's no options.
Listen. The population on Earth is in the billions already. We have 7 billion plus people on this planet. Y'all trying to add more? And you don't even want to give the resources to the people we already have on this planet?
Not to mention
What
the
is wrong with
system
y'all?
is so flawed right now, especially when it comes to the foster system. You know, those companies or those little programs they have to try to help single moms and stuff like that. They're all flawed. Like, they all are terrible. They don't really help anybody. So you want to bring another child into this world to go through that, or have it where the mother is struggling to be able to provide for that child? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Like,
There
come
is
on.
so stupid.
It is.
You know how many kids would be born right now if that was already taken care of? Like if they had banned abortions a long time ago. You know how many kids would be alive right now? And what would happen to them?
You already see the foster system is too backed up. Like their whole system is like they don't have the resources to be able to
take care of all these foster kids as it is. And y'all want to have more kids be created.
Right, exactly.
You're not thinking
poverty.
You're not thinking about the kids. You're thinking about controlling the people who bring the kids into the world. Women.
It still will be. I think they're basing this off of money. The more people you bring into the world, there are going to be some people that's going to be homeless. There's going to be people that's going to be working. So that's more money being made if there's people still. But at the same time,
it still hurts.
What happens to those kids if they were brought into a world where a woman could have had an abortion and she didn't, and that put her in a deep depression? Or even if a man was taking care of a kid and that put him in a deep depression and he ends up killing the kid, or he ends up doing other type of shit, or that kid becomes a killer and he could have been gone, he or she could have been gone, because the kid wasn't never meant to be born in the first place. But now that y'all stopping that from happening, all these new kids are going to be born, and what's going to happen to them?
Right.
Like, y'all not thinking outside the box.
You're not.
Let women be able to choose what they choose to do with their body. If they want to have a kid, if they want to have a lot of abortions, then fuck it. Let them have a lot of abortions. I mean, I don't understand. It's their body.
Right. They have to live with it.
Right, you don't have to go through that pregnancy or that childbirth or the possibly giving your child up for adoption because you really can't afford to keep it because you were forced to have the kid. Like, no, delete all that. No,
it's kind of crazy. You just make it up more and more. You know, trying to take away more and more options that women can have. You know, to prevent themselves from bringing another child into the world to deal with this heartache.
Let me just
ridiculous.
tell you, America has like 3 top obsessions.
Women.
Women, POC, people of color,
comment.
and poverty. Like, that is y'all 3 upset that y'all will
okay, let's read some. We're gonna read some of these comments.
She realized the more outlavished her statements, the more the red pill male will love her. That's exactly what I said. The red pill man is going to run to her as you see the black dude who's interviewing her. Yes, speak. Yeah, like they really love when women say the same thing that they've been saying. And at this point, she just saying what she know they want to hear. She just said what they want to hear. Another commenter said, I saw an interview with her about how she got into creating a Red Pill podcast. This chick left her retail job, moved back with her family, and decided to try a bunch of topics to start talking about. She said Red Pill got the most views, basically, so she decided to stick with it. All she does is parrot back whatever she hears other red pillars talk about. That's literally what I said.
Exactly.
She listens to what the male people say, and then she takes that and she says it, and then the difference between them and her is the fact that they're male and she's a woman. That's literally the only difference between her. She ain't saying nothing that has never already been said already. It's just different and new because it's a woman saying it.
Right.
It says, I can never take Pearl seriously. I believe she panders hard. Hard is in all caps.
She's a definitely pick me. Like, that's the true definition of a pick me.
Right. And then she's smiling to say.
But then again, is it really because she knows what she's doing? Like,
it said, this one says, Pearl says women should not have birth control because she knows she ain't getting sex anyway.
Oh, damn. Deceased. Damn. Oh, that's so funny.
And this one says, my great grandfather and great grandmother had 12 kids. He left her because he didn't support them all he couldn't support them all and started a whole other family with another woman who had another 4+ kids. Wow. He killed himself because it was too much. This is very common in my home country. Banning birth control won't stop people from having sex. It won't make women more selective. Where'd it go? It won't make women more selective. Married people don't want a whole bunch of kids these days either.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. I'm reading the comments. Somebody said, no offense, but your great-grandfather sounds terrible. He couldn't afford to take care of one family, so he started another, then takes the easy way out of life, leaving both of his families to fend for themselves. Hope you turn out much better than him. That's true. Like, that don't make no sense. How can you create a family
and then start a whole new one?
It became too much for you, so you go and you start a whole other family because you thought it was going to be any different? Like, how do you think that was going to be any
maybe
different?
if y'all stop putting more blame on the women, maybe start holding these men more accountable. Again, you got men who are getting women pregnant, and whether they stay with her or not and leave her to defend for herself with the child, I mean, come on now.
And that's more common.
It is.
Men are more likely to walk away from the kids and a family than a woman is.
Yeah.
What about that woman who ended up killing herself? She had 2 babies. She ended up killing herself because nobody was helping her. Her own baby daddies weren't helping her.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Brown Skin Sisters.
Be sure to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Check out all the recent videos. And this video will be down in the description box because, of course, we did not watch the whole thing.
It was like
so you guys can go check that out. And we will see y'all in our next video. Bye.